Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to Japan for the B-League and the battle between Central Conference team Yokohama B-CORSAIRS and East Ibaraki Robots here in the Yokohama International Pool venue. Yokohama winning their battle yesterday and trying to get the sweep. Trailed at halftime, but battled back in the second half and I think continued what has been a promising season under Coach Lassie Tuovi. And you look at the B1 standings, Ibaraki second from bottom in the East with just 9 wins and 37 defeats. And Yokohama B-CORSAIRS also second bottom in the Central, but with 20 wins and 26 defeats. Here's what happened when they met yesterday. Mike Kotsar from Estonia having a big game for Yokohama, but Ibaraki Robots coming out and giving as good as they were getting and getting some outside firepower from Kohei Nakamura. And they had Javi Floyd going to work inside. Damian Inglis, meanwhile, passing it outside and getting the three from Yusei Sugiura. Gary Clark, meanwhile, continued his fine season, knocking down some three-pointers. Also Matsuzaki, Hiroki Matsuzaki, catching fire. But he was a handful, Nakamura, certainly in that first half. Floyd again able to get open, cutting to the basket, putting it up and in. Damian Inglis in this one getting it up to Sudo for the easy one, Koya Sudo, who's averaging 7.2 points per game. And anyway, it was Yokohama pulling away the second half for an 82-73 win. You can see they hit 7 of 19 from deep compared to 10 of 28 for Ibaraki. Both teams struggling at the free throw line, especially Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. I'm pretty sure that Lassie Tuovi must be concerned about that. But look at the rebounding advantage, 42-31 for Yokohama. And overall, just, I guess, a pretty solid performance for a Yokohama team that has been getting some decent results. You look at the roster for today: Sasayama, Inglis, the Frenchman Nana, Clark, Sugiura, Oba, Kiefer Ravena from the Philippines, Kenta Mori, Kotsar, Kai King, Matsuzaki, and Sudo. So that'll be the lineup going out to take on Ibaraki for the second day in a row. Yokohama going for a third straight win. Before this, they beat Osaka Ivesa in a thriller, 99-96. Ibaraki, meanwhile, they're going to have Roberts Franks, Mosaku, Asai, Ingaoka, Nakamura, Nisaoka, Komosawa, Javi Floyd, Jacobson, Sun, Hirao, and Tsurumaki. Frank's averaging 15.8 points, 7.7 rebounds, so clearly an important player. Nakamura, you saw him hitting those threes, 9.1 points per game, 2.6 assists. Their starting five is going to be Franks, Nakamura, Hisaoka, Floyd, and Tsurumaki. Floyd averaging 9 points, 7.4 rebounds, and Tsurumaki 4.5 points per game. Jacobson coming off the bench averaging almost 11 points, 10.8 and 7.9 rebounds. And the head coach, Chris Holm, Gary Clark wanted to highlight him in the first game. Had a terrific contest, as we've seen a lot from him this season. So Gary Clark getting ready for another one and looking to keep that good form that he's been displaying for Lassie Tuovi's team. And again, you look at his overall numbers. Here's Nakamura as well, who really had one of his better games. 21 points, outstanding shooting from deep, 4 of 8 from long range. Gary Clark shot only 40% from the floor, but had the 16 points. But look at that, 4 of 8 from deep. And for Gary Clark also, he had a pretty good day on the boards, 14 rebounds. So it's one of the great things about the B-League. You come out and you watch not just the basketball, but you get to show all the fans loving every minute of it. And certainly they put a lot of effort. There's a lot of style, a lot of panache, wherever you are, especially in Yokohama. Okay, so Gary Clark, Kiefer Ravena, Kento Mori, Mike Kotsar, and Matsuzaki in the starting 5 for this team. Yokohama, Hiroki Matsuzaki averaging 4.7 points. Kai King, an important man coming off the bench, 7.1 points per game. Sugiura, who we saw knocking one down. There's Lassie Tuovi, the Finnish head coach. One of his good friends now in charge of the Memphis Grizzlies, Thomas Isolo, who's coaching Yuki Kawamura, former Yokohama star, MVP, Yuki Kubo, Kato, and Matsuaki Ito, referees for today. And again, the starting 5s for both teams. So you got Gary Clark, Kiefer Ravena, Kento Mori, Mike Kotsar, and Hiroki Matsuzaki for Yokohama, and Robert Franks, Kohei Nakamura, Kotaro Hisaoka, Jahavi Floyd, and Keita Soramaki for Ibaraki Robots. Well, hello everybody, we are underway here in the Yokohama International Pool. And Yokohama looking to make a splash here in front of their home fans. Kiefer Ravena with the ball. Yokohama attacking the basket to the right after winning the opening tip. And now it's Ibaraki's turn. Remember, Ibaraki led at halftime yesterday, but ended up falling by 9 points to this Yokohama team, which really like to finish 500 at least, I would think. just continue to build on what's been a promising season for them. Here's Clark, little turnaround, that's good. And got a team that, Yokohama team, second bottom in the Central, but just a game behind sixth place. Fighting Eagles Nagoya. And 5 address the Sunrocker Shibuya. Here's the miss, and Kiefer Ravena with the rebound. And the Philippines International brings it forward. His pass intended for Mike Kotsar is deflected out of bounds. I really feel like Kiefer Ravena has stepped it up this season. And he's kind of learned to play with a little more poise or control, while at the same time has, I think, shown a lot more confidence with Kotsar getting in and getting the foul. Javi Floyd's going to go help him up. Kotsar had some issues with injuries. Floyd picks up his first. But he's been healthy of late, and he is at the line. He's played at a high level in Europe, played a lot of EuroLeague ball. Baskonia missing the first. He'll be at the Eurobasket this summer. TV Eurobasket playing for Estonia, and they will be in Riga. So that's going to be a very interesting summer for those guys. It's not far from home, obviously, for the Baltic nation. And a rough start to the day, and more missed free throws for Yokohama. And again, that has to be something that they get better at. They're going to take that step up. There's a drive and a miss. Now quickly the other way. That one rattles out. Matsuzaki. Now the pass for the Brad of the ball deflected out of bounds, and it goes off of Robert Franks. When you talk about Kotsar, he's been really good of late. 17 points yesterday. The game before that, he had 18 against Osaka. Then the game before that against Saga Ballooners, he had 18 points. Here's Ravena, gets tied up. And, called for a travel. There's Franks driving in, back to the basket, gets down the low block, goes up and scores. 8 years of age. Here's a drive, and Kotsar again fouled. So Kotsar, 63% free throw shooter coming into this game, has already missed a couple, and he's going to try to right that ship. He doesn't want to go up and miss any more. Lloyd goes out after picking up a second early foul. So for Chris Holm, already a little bit of concern. And this time Kotsar takes his time and makes the first. Ooh, just 1 of 2, so rough start at the line today. Here's the attempt down low from Jacobson, and he is blocked, so he is going to turn it over with the travel. Ravena. Back to Kotsar. Kotsar struggling a little bit. You can see a sigh of resignation over there on the bench from Lassie Tuovi. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kotsar come out of the game. Oh, nice block. Great reaction. Getting over there to block Nakamura. Not in my house, he says. Oba's in the game, 27 years of age, wears number 14 for Yokohama. Clark drives in, driving in is Frank's getting his first bucket. Ibaraki go up 4-3. Second bucket for Franks. He's got 4 points. Kotsar hands it off. And pass deflected out of bounds. Oba averaging 4.2 points per game. Three-pointer just as the shot goes off. Just as the shot clock goes off, and I'm not sure if Tuovi is saying there was a foul, or if he's pointing at his wrist to suggest something about the clock. But anyway, it's Ibaraki basketball. Here's the dump down low and the foul. So Jacobson will go to the free throw line. Damian Inglis checking into the game. It's usually a good sign for Yokohama. Jacobson, 30 years of age. He's 31 in June, makes the first, played his college basketball at Arizona State. And he makes both free throws. Oh boy, Jacobs been able to knock it off the rim. Good defense, very opportunistic. Well, the long one does not fall once again for Nakamura. Clark, he misses. So nearly 5 minutes into the game, and Yokohama have started ice cold. I mean, really both teams offensively, not much there. Just 3 points so far for Yokohama. As if to illustrate the point, Franks misses everything. Here's Inglis. He loses it. And quickly up the floor, Franks lays it up and in with the left hand. You kind of wonder later in the season, this is the second game in a row. Maybe some tired legs out there for these guys. Really at the end of March, Inglis. Kai King is going to come into the game, try to spark Yokohama. Sudo picks up his first foul, having come in off the bench. Well, Kai King usually does bring a little bit of extra. Homisawa in the game. And Hirayo rather. So both teams bringing in some substitutes Hirao averaging 5.7 points per contest. Got to keep an eye on him. And Kai King will beat you in transition or also with his three-point shot. Here's Jacobson getting it down low, and you can count it. He's going to the free throw line for three-point play. It's tough to see how that's a foul because Kai King was backing up. But anyway, timeout on the court as Yokohama tried to push the reset button. So Ibaraki actually the worst scoring team in the B-League at 73.2 points per game. Yokohama averaging 76.5 points per game. So far, it's been slim pickings for this Yokohama team. Just 1 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Ibaraki, 4 of 11 from the floor, and they've hit both of their free throws. Jacobson. So Inglis comes back out. Yokohama somehow have to figure out a way to dig deep and rally here. They were able to do it yesterday. And Jacobson, meanwhile, at the free throw line. Does not complete the three-point play. Inglis, Jacobson on his back, gets it over to Clark. Inglis loses it out of bounds. And the struggles continue for the Corsairs. Franks goes down holding his knee, flexing it. Whistle blows before that shot. Franks comes up. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Those are back in the game for Yokohama. And Bavena. Been a really woeful start. 6.5 minutes in the game, just 3 points for Yokohama. And Franks crashes the boards, gets the offensive rebound and put back. 8 points for Robert Franks. Whistling the foul called on number 17. For Ibaraki, Kamasawa. Jinga Koa checks into the game. Jinga Oka, rather, excuse me. Averaging just under 1 point per game, so probably not too much to worry about there from an offensive standpoint. He's come in to play some defense. See him out on the perimeter and getting it down. Kotsar finally something positive on offense for Yokohama. Jingakoa has it. Bounce pass to Hirao. He gets to the baseline, puts up a very difficult shot. Now keeper Ravane in the open floor. That's where he likes to be. Oh, nice move from Kiefer Ravena. They're going to pass it back outside. And Ravena, I think wisely, holds up on that one. And he's going to go to his back to the basket game. Look at the Gilas man. Look at the footwork. He gets it up. And had a decent shot. Kotsar with the rebound. Sudo puts up the three, and that is good. And all of a sudden, Yokohama is starting to get the wind in their sails. It's 12-8. Execution needs to come at a premium here for Ibaraki. Going to get some high percentage looks, and they're going to get one right in the lane. Nice drive from Hirayo. His first bucket. Oh, bounce pass. I was going to say it was at his feet. Maybe not quite so much at his feet, but definitely a tough one to corral. Hirao has it. Konosawa loses it. Here's Kai King in the open floor, and now he loses it as well. He's fouled. These guys are huffing and puffing today. Looks like they're like at a high altitude or something. Chris Holm looking for an explanation. He was promoted to head coach. They're going to look at this, a potential unsportsmanlike conduct. So Holm was an assistant with Kyoto from 2022, 2023, and then in also summer. Oh yeah, that might be an unsportsmanlike. He moved to Ibaraki in July of 2023 as an assistant. Then he was promoted that November. Then he was named assistant again, and then he's been head coach since 2024. Has been a difficult season for Ibaraki. They've had a string of losses. They interrupted that with a win over Akita, 77-69 on March 26th, but unsportsmanlike has been called. But they have had a wretched time, Ibaraki. You go back to December 18th, and they've had just 2 wins. So it has been slim pickings for this team. It's right after a couple wins over Sendai, which have also had a really bad season. They've just been really poor. Ibaraki. So Kai King goes to the line and makes the first. They have had some close losses. They lost a close one to Akita, 71-67 on January 25th. And Kai King gets the second one to go as well. Had a 73-72 loss to Saga Ballooners. 66-61 loss to Shimane. So they've had some games where they could have, and also lost to Hiroshima 86-84. They've had some close defeats. Lost one to Alvar Tokyo 73-70. So the record could be a lot better than it is. Damian Inglis saying it should be their basketball. I wouldn't stress out too much about it. You're going to get these calls. Sometimes you're going to get them, sometimes you're not. And Ibaraki bring it up the floor. Look to extend their lead here, coming up on the 1-minute mark in this opening quarter. Franks from downtown. Kiefer Ravena, oh, nice drive from Kiefer Ravena, but Kotsar not able to get it to drop. Ravena looked like he was going to do a behind-the-back pass, but he kept it, and then he passed it normally to Kotsar. Here's Robert Franks, 4-point swing after the Kotsar miss, and the lead goes to 6. Franks has 10 points. Pass to the corner, Kai King high, arcing 3. And, oh, they're going to get a shot here. They might get a, and no, he gets it off just a little too late. Unlucky for Ibaraki. But great start for the Robots. Robotic, they are not. They are leading at 16-10 over a cold starting Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. The international pool is cold for Yokohama. Well, so far Yokohama just 3 of 12 from the floor, but they did start to play a little bit better. There's a few minutes left in the opening quarter. The problem has been turnovers. They've got 6. It's way too many. They're on course for 24 in a game. You're not going to win games if you turn it over that many times. 8 points scored off those turnovers for Ibaraki, who, remember, the lowest scoring team. And it's not like they're on course to set the world on fire themselves today, but they do have the early lead. Inglis has yet to score. He's missed his only shot. So Franks takes the inbounds pass. He's going to bring it up from a Washington State man and dribbles it off his foot. Kind of curious that he would get the inbounds pass. It's kind of almost wouldn't be too surprising to see him turn it over like that. But I guess they felt like he could take him off the dribble. Anyway, chance for Yokohama. Just a couple of threes away from tying this game. Inglis puts it up and knocks one of them down. 3-point game. Damian Inglis. France International, has played for France. That's a tough national team to break into, as everybody in Japan will know, having watched them play against Japan at the Olympics. A lot of talent. Here's Jacobson down low. Franks. Well, he's not having any problems scoring other than that last turnover. Good job, Jacobson, getting it inside. Inglis powers his way, and he is fouled by Franks, who takes a shot as well, perhaps to the face, inadvertent elbow. Watch this. Oh, no, it wasn't a face. He's holding his face. I think that's where, I'm not sure Franks does himself any favors, unless he got hit before that. Javi Floyd's going to come back into the game. English bends the knees, and the missed free throws continue to plague this Yokohama team. They'd be leading if they'd been making them all. Jacobson gets it, launches. English with the rebound. Sweet stroke from Sasayama. That's a one-point contest. Yokohama trying to pick it up defensively. Good pick. Set by Jacobson. He's going to try again. Nope, he's going to share it. And again, another turnover. Mike Kotsar knocking it away. And here are the Corsairs. The B-Corsairs take the lead. And that is going to lead to a timeout. And you can see what a little bit of defensive intensity can do for a team. Can create some easy opportunity. Boy, Kai King got away with a shirt grab there. My goodness. He had a handful of jersey. Fortunate. Kai King had a handful of Mosaku's jersey. Damilola Mosaku, and it wasn't noticed by the referee. That could have been an unsportsmanlike. Yokohama now 7 of 16 from the floor, so that percentage improving up to 43%. There's a pass. Three-point shot. Good ball movement, but doesn't end up with points. Kentamori back in the game. And another one this time does not drop for Sasayama. Jacobson going to turn and shoot over Kotsar, but miss. So very cold second quarter now for the visitors, for the Ibaraki Robots. Clark goes down, able to pass it. Matsuzaki. Oh, going behind the back, and the foul has been called on Sasayama. Franks comes back into the game, their main weapon on offense. Franks with the lob. Floyd gets it, passes it back outside. Nakamura not able to knock it down. Kentamori. Oh, nice pass. Matsuzaki fouled as he goes for the layup. Looked like Kentamori maybe could have laid that one up and in. Look at this right here. And you can see that Matsuzaki anticipated the contact. I think he was preparing for that more so than getting ready to make the shot, but he's going to go to the free throw line. Sudo comes back into the game. Remember, this has been a year of change for Yokohama with Lassi Tuovi coming in and taking over the team, and after agreeing to coach, then finding out he wasn't going to have probably the most exciting player in Japanese basketball, Yuki Kawamura, to move to the NBA to play for for Memphis, but they are nevertheless, I think, having a lot of good moments. Oh, nice pass down low, and Floyd goes up and scores. Ties it at 20. Four minutes into the second quarter. There's Kentamori, guarded by Nakamura. Uses the screen. Gets it to Sudo, who gets blocked. Sayuka. Franks at his feet. Ball goes out of bounds. Excuse me, Floyd goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to Yokohama. Nice pass. Kotsar again, this time soft touch, and gets it to drop, number 21. Good job, Kentamori. Nice pass back to Franks. Puts it up with the left hand, scores. 14 points for Franks, and he ties it once again. Clark, his three attempt rattles out. Now Franks rebounds and runs. Gets it. Nice give and go with Jahavi Floyd. Well, Franks with 16 points. Having himself a pretty decent scoring game and a low scoring game. That was a little unlucky in terms of the missed three, and then to give up this. So that's a 5-point swing. Just shows you that sometimes can be a game of inches or millimeters on the shot. Franks, again, played his college basketball at Washington State. He was with the Diamond Dolphins last season. Franks only had 3 points yesterday, 18 and a half minutes. So it's definitely changed the chip. Before that, he had 16 against Akita, 15 against Alvar Toko. But remember, this Ibaraki Robots team has been losing a lot of games, so certainly can't blame it on any single player. It's a collective effort, and it's really have to do a thorough examination of what hasn't gone right for this team. Kenta Mori drifts in, goes off his right foot, and scores. Well, in that situation, usually going off your left foot, but he goes off the right foot and still gets it to go. And meanwhile, slow to get up. Ooh. It's kind of a bizarre. Couldn't see anything with Matsuzaki. Well, you never know. You just got to take it easy. Could be that he has already an injury that he may have aggravated. So Tsurumaki is going to come out of the game. Sayoka dribbling around, looking for somebody to get the ball to, and he gets it into the direction of Jahavi Floyd, the bounce pass, but Floyd, I won't say that was an easy one to catch. He could have caught it.
回目のタイムアウト。海賊たちが進めていく今回は波が行ったり来たり、そんな荒波を突き進んでいきます。今度は横浜が前半最後2回目のタイムアウトを取りました。残りは2分少々。前半のラストスパート。さあこれまで以上に今度は逆転に向けてリードを持って折り返すためにも、さあ海賊たちに拍手をまずは届けましょう。そして手拍子を、さらにゴーゴービコルコの声を海賊たちに届けていきましょう。ゴーゴービコル。
Yokohama back on top, 31-30 inside 2 minutes. Ball goes out of bounds. The defense causing problems. Kenta Mori picking up his man as he got to midcourt. And another player slow to get up, Yokohama. I've seen this a few times today already with the Yokohama players. And he's suggesting that he was fouled. I think he probably was nudged a little bit. I think you'll see, if you look at the replay, he was definitely pushed. I'm not sure how hard the push was from Kenta Mori and whether or not it should have I mean, he lost control of the ball and was already moving in that direction. So Surumaki, who, another player that went down, has come back into the game. 31-31, 45 remaining in the first half. Here's Clark for three. That's good. So Gary Clark, and now the lead is 34-30. And Ibaraki's offensive struggles on full display right now. And again, difficult pass intended for Jacobson. He'll think that he should have had that. It was to his right, and Inglis was able to reach in. In any event, Yokohama again go to Inglis, gets it down low, going up against Jacobson, puts it up, fades, and good job. That little bit of extra hustle from Ravena, and it gets him a three-pointer from Kai King. And it's just the little things like that that you don't often show up on the box score, but Ravena able to tap that ball, kept it alive, and ended up with a three-pointer for his teammate, King. Jacobson has it stolen, but Kenta Mori called for the foul. They may give it to Ravena. And it's probably Ravena, actually, the way he swiped down on it. Oh, they called on Kenta Mori. So Jacobson goes to the line, tries to calm things down for Ibaraki, who have had a real struggle. They've been outscored 27-15 in this second quarter. And Jacobson makes the second, so it's back to a 5-point deficit. Ingles picks up good defense. Ingles picked up his dribble. Here's Franks having to guard Clark. Not an enviable position to be in because Clark gets him to drop, gets him to fall, but doesn't make his shot. And Kai King this time called for a foul in the backcourt on Komasawa. His second. 14.9 seconds remaining in the first half. And a big possession here. At bare minimum, if you are Ibaraki, you want to go to halftime trailing by no more than 5 points. You don't want to turn it over here, but at the same time, you got a chance to get a bucket and maybe take a little bit of momentum to the break. Yokohama with another foul to give. Mike Kutzar comes back into the game. 7 points for him. Inglis and King also have 7. 8 points for Gary Clark. Franks, the game's leading scorer with 20 first half points. But his team is trailing by 5. Well, to be frank, Franks has got it, and that's no surprise. And he is fouled, as we said. They still had another one to give. So Matsuzaki uses it on Franks. Now no more fouls to give. And let's see if Ibaraki are able to attack, get to the free throw line maybe. Definitely got enough time to get off the shot here. I'll try to get something going to the basket. Franks, well, Inglis gets it up and does not make it. Franks faked the handoff and then turned and was going to go to the basket. I think probably the better play was to give it back to his teammate. 37-32, Yokohama B-CORSAIRS leading it over Ibaraki at halftime.
ゲイリー選手、予想的中した方どのくらいいらっしゃいますでしょうか。予想が的中した方の中から抽選で本日は3名様にこちら霧島山麓 SPF 豚ロースステーキ用 200g4 枚をプレゼントいたします。さあ美味しく召し上がってください。当選された方には後日メールにてご連絡いたしますのでどうぞお楽しみに。次回のホームゲームもぜひ来場者限定の予想企画をトレガデネット公式 LINE からご参加ください。
以上 B コレの29点目を決めるのは誰だプレゼンテッドバイトレタテネットの発表でした。続いては B ローズのハーフタイムショーをお届けします。 決勝 B ローズ。
Pretend, baby. I know it gets hard. Looking around, you start to think, maybe this isn't what I wanted. But you have to keep going, keep moving on. And don't you ever look back. We've all got our own ways, our own methods, the things that keep us going, keep us breathing.
passion. The road that I'm on right now ain't forgiving, but I gotta keep on going. So I know I can't stop, no I won't stop. Keep on climbing till I make it to the top. Brush the dirt off, I know I'm a diamond. Ain't no way that I'll ever stop shining. Cause I know it's hard right now, but I promise we gon' make it out. Yeah, I know it's hard right now, but I promise we gon' make it out. We ain't got no other choice but to keep going. We gotta make it out. Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Cause I know I gotta make it out. This pressure from coast to coast, doing that thing I love the most. Had to disappear, became a ghost. Look, I came so far, my dream was close. I know that pressure makes diamonds. Yeah, that pressure makes diamonds. Whoa, that pressure makes diamonds. And when I come out, I'll beat the finest. Yeah, I'm hoping for clarity. I keep on shining. I keep on finding myself. Let's go. I know pressure makes a diamond. Pressure makes a diamond. Pressure makes a diamond. Let's go.
それではここで横浜ビーコルセアーズをご支援いただいておりますトップパートナーをご紹介いたします。トップパートナー大和ウェイングトヨタ神奈川それではここで B リーグのパートナー各社をご紹介いたします。B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク B リーグタイトルパートナーリソナグループ B リーグイノベーションパートナーインフロイヤーホールディングス
Well, we are at halftime. Yokohama B-CORSAIRS leading 37-32 over Ibaraki Robots. And the way the game started, Ibaraki behind Robert Franks, taking the early lead. They were up 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. Franks scored a lot of points. Jacobson coming in, contributing off the bench. He has 6 points. Franks has 20 in the first half. Mike Kotsar was the man that was attacking early on, getting set up there by Kiefer Avena. Remember Avena missing that one. But Kotsar with the offensive rebound and Sudo with the three. So those offensive rebounds a couple times have turned into three-point shots that have been made by this Yokohama B-CORSAIRS team. Damian Ingles hitting that three. And they were fortunate there to get the turnover and the break. It's interesting, Yokohama, their success is really coming off of the easy ones. Look at that nice behind-the-back pass. 18 points off turnovers they've scored, Yokohama. And Franks also scoring here off the turnover. They've got 10 points off turnovers, Ibaraki. Nice no-look pass from Kento Mori to Gary Clark. Clark has 8 points to lead the home team. 2 of 4 from three-point range. They're 5 of 13 as a team. Kai King coming off the bench always brings that spark. He's got 7 points, 1 of 2 from deep. Did get away with that shirt tug, but raised the sail indeed for Yokohama as we look at the first half numbers. And overall, 37-32, the 5-point lead. So 5 less makes inside the arc. But look at that. Ibaraki have yet to knock down a three-pointer. They've missed all 7 of their attempts. And Yokohama, their free throw shooting continues to be an issue. Just 4 of 9 in the first half, 44.4%. Saw the bench scoring as well. 19 bench points for Yokohama. And 10 for Ibaraki Robots. And the leading scorers, leading rebounders, it's the Robert Frank's show for Ibaraki with 20 points and 8 rebounds. He could go for a massive game today. I don't know. I would certainly anticipate him finishing with at least 25 points, maybe even get up into the 30s if things go well. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who scores. What matters is that you function well as a team and that you get those results. You look at the recent run of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. You go back to Sunraku Shibuya. They won a couple of games. They lost to San and Neo Phoenix 95-92. Then they edged Seahorses Makawa 86-85. So that was a big win. So they've beaten some good teams. They fell to IBARAKI Tokyo, which was a little bit of a shock, I think, for them in Tokyo, 80-71. But then they rebounded with an 18-point win over Saga Ballooners. But then they slipped up against Saga Ballooners, surprisingly, by 11. So they can beat the best, but they can lose to the worst, really. They did beat Osaka Vesa. They beat Ibaraki Robots yesterday. And for Ibaraki Robots, it has been tough sledding for this team. Going back to March 12th. Lost that one to Hiroshima Dragonflies 86-84, one of their narrow defeats. Lost to Brex 76-60. They lost to IBARAKI Tokyo 73-70. And again, 90-86. They did happen to beat Akita Northern Happiness by 8. And then they lost yesterday. So Franks carrying the hopes of Ibaraki, who have just 9 wins all season, going for number 10 here against the Yokohama B-CORSAIRS team that's looking to perhaps move level with Fighting Eagles Nagoya. And Gary Clark comes right out and knocks down a corner 3 right at the beginning of the second half. Hisaoka telling Floyd to come up and set the pick, and Hisaoka drives and gets rejected out of bounds by Matsuzaki. I mean, that ball was swatted. My goodness. Look at this again. That was almost as if he was a big man inside. Left no doubt about that one. Well, finally, Nakamura knocks one down from the baseline. Had the big game yesterday. That's his first bucket today. Now the turnover. Nakamura ran into Floyd. They're going to bring it back outside. Throwing Maki in the game. And Mike Kotsar gets his hand on it. And Ravena puts it up from the line, and he is fouled. Well, that has been the problem. One of the problems, the main problem probably for Ibaraki, is turning it over. They had a chance to go down and score, and in the end, they didn't even get a shot off and turned it over. Chris Holm shouting instructions to his defense. Ravena from behind the stripe. That's good. Behind the arc. That is now a 9-point lead, the biggest of the game for Yokohama. Starting to turn it up a notch. Remember, yesterday they were down at halftime, but today they were able to put a difficult first quarter behind them and take the lead at the break. And right now they're up by 9 points. Nakamura starting to feel it. Nope. That was a heat check. Just hit one. Ravena just hit a three, gets it back to Clark. Steps back. Franks right in his grill. Good D from Franks, but the rebound from Matsuzaki, who's really playing with a lot of intensity on defense and also rebounding. Here's Kiefer Ravena. Back to Clark, this time not able to get out on top of him in time, and he knocks it down. It's a 12-point lead. Yokohama looking a lot sharper here in this third quarter. Already stretching the lead to 46-34, and Lassi Tuovi welcomes his team back over to the bench. Now 8 of 16 from three-point range. They're actually shooting it better from three-point range, Yokohama, than they are at the free throw line. Go figure that.
後半の立ち上がり、スリーポイントシュートを3本決めている海賊たち。さあ、この流れのまま行きましょう。茨城ボールでのリスタート。
Ibaraki, a little shaky, bringing it up the court. Hirao handling the ball, guarded by Matsuzaki. And it goes in the dunk for Franks. So that's his first bucket of the second half. He's got 22. Yokohama almost getting a quick one. Advantage to Matsuzaki. Oh, the pass up ahead and leaking out early and scoring Nakamura. So it was a 12-point deficit. Now that's been whittled down to 8 for Ibaraki. See if they can lock down on D and get another fast break. Get something in transition. Mike Kotsar, another turnover for Yokohama, and Nakamura is fouled. Here he is cutting to his left. And Gary Clark knocking it away, and Nakamura going down. Or Suramaki. I think it was Nakamura. So not sure what they're reviewing here. Definitely wasn't unsportsmanlike. He was reaching from behind the back, got the ball. They want to review something here.
名前ゲイリー・クラーク。このファールに関しまして IRS にてファールのグレードを確認いたします。しばらくお待ちください。
I mean, that's just Nakamura going down, overreacting. It's definitely not unsportsmanlike. if that's what they're reviewing. They have gotten away with some aggressive play today. So I think they want to double check. Could be that they looked at something at halftime. I don't know. I thought maybe they need to start having a closer look at Yokohama, but wow, they have called an unsportsmanlike foul, and I don't understand.
横浜名前ゲイリー・クラークアンスポーツマンライクファウルが宣告されました。アンスポです。
If they call that on
個人
Gary Clark, I'm
ファウルは2つ目となります。
confused.
状態
He reached around,
まさにスロー
he hit the ball, and to me it looked like Nakamura just kind of went down, so I guess he was able to sell it pretty well. And makes the first of 2 free throws. They'll keep possession as well. Takes his time and makes the second. So it's a big opportunity. They were down 12. Now they've had the deficit to 6. Here's a three-pointer from the wing. Robert Franks gets it, and they dodge a bullet. That could have been a really bad sequence for Yokohama, but they end up giving the 2 free throws, and that was it. Damian Inglis. Ravena for 3. And that's huge, really, because Ibaraki had reeled off 6 consecutive points. And Ravena pushes the lead back to 9. Here's Nakamura for 3. Ball goes off the hands of Ravena. Here's Franks. Has it knocked away by Inglis. Gets it back. Nakamura. Another chance. He misses another 3. Nakamura not knocking him down today. He's just 2 of 7, I believe. Could even be now 2 of 8. Ravena has it hit. Now, skip pass, batted out of bounds by Nakamura. Inglis. Oh. Good defense, Ibaraki. Ibaraki holding ground. Inglis trying to either get a foul or get a bucket, and just kind of ran right into the defense. Jacobson. Pass down low. Floyd to the corner, and just the sort of Maki not able to knock that down. No, excuse me, that was Komasawa. They're getting some looks, but their threes are not falling. Ibaraki just having an awful time of it now. 0 of 12. Komasawa's pass to Hirao. Shot clock about to expire. Ravena reaches in. Wow. 1 second left on the shot clock. It's got to be a catch and shoot or maybe throw it up near the rim. They get it to Floyd. Well, that was a good opportunity. 5.5 minutes into this quarter and just a ridiculous turnover. Hirao lets it fly. Still will not drop. Kai King to Inglis. This time goes in and he is tripped up by Jacobson. Well, I wouldn't say he was tripped up, but he definitely lost his footing. I wouldn't say that was horrible defense by Jacobson. So free throws for Inglis. Remember, they've had struggles at the free throw line. Just 4 of 9 today, now 4 of 10. And he makes 1 of 2. So the lead is 10. Remember, they were up by 12. Hirao brings it across midcourt. Nice bounce pass into the paint. Jacobson and just will not fall. Pass by Suramaki. Now again, chance for Inglis. Pulls up and another miss. Good box out by Floyd. Well, that pass was just telegraphed. Inglis able to knock it away. And good job, Komasawa stepping in front of Inglis. He turns it right back over. Jacobs, a nice spin. And a chance for a three-point play. So Kotsar commits the foul. Sasaki comes into the game. And have they called a technical? Hirao at the line. Looks like they may have. Yeah, for Inglis. Inglis was talking, so they called a technical on him. Got to maintain your emotional discipline. And Inglis has lost his, and it's cost his team a point. Whatever frustrations you've got to rein it in. You don't want to open up that opportunity. Now you got a chance for a 4-point trip down the floor as Jacobson goes to the line. Kintamori brings it up as a 6-point lead. Kai King takes the handoff. Now to Inglis. Jacobson. Matsuzaki, and a 3-second violation has been called on Damian Inglis, who now is feeling like he's being victimized, being targeted. And Lassie Tuovi is finding that hard to believe, thinking that was a quick 3-second call. And again, you got to rein in the emotions. If I were Tuovi, I would take Inglis out of the game right now just to not let this become a major distraction. It's not so much Inglis's fault, but anyway, here's Harao missing it from deep. Inglis almost did not catch it, gets in, great block from behind by Jacobson. Look at this. Terrific swat. Timed it perfectly. Kai King has it knocked away. Good job, Hirao, who hands it off. Nakamura gets it over to, wow, a layup for Komasawa. And now it's a 4-point game. Even when things are not going your way, you can't get too wrapped up into complaining to the officials, because number one, you're not going to make any friends with the officials by doing that. But it also kind of distracts you from your own game. You just got to keep playing. This is Nakamura getting it to Komasawa on the break after the turnover. And a game that was really had this was under control, it felt like, for Yokohama, is once again close. So Yokohama really up against it now, coming out of the timeout and failing to score, and a chance for Ibaraki. And good defense from Gary Clark to deny the pass to Jacobson. Here's a break, 3-on-2, and English goes up in this time, able to concentrate and score with the left hand. Tell you what, if they don't get the stop there and go down, you really start to worry about Yokohama. But as it is, they go back up by 6. Now Franks, Hirao, back to Franks. Good pass. Nakamura for 3, and still will not drop. They are just ice cold from long range today. 0 for 15. Now Kai King catches and puts it up. Good play. Lead goes back to 8. Hirao. Komasawa dribbles left, takes it in, gets blocked. And I think that was Kai King wrapping his arms around Jacobson.
選手交代は茨城14番佐岡幸太郎が入ります。そして横浜のチームファウルが4つをオーバーしています。ボーナスの2ショッツが茨城に。ジェイコブセン2ショッツ。
Jacobson, brutal.
One more shot.
Jacobson coming off the bench. He's got 9 points. He was 5 of 6 from the line before that. And makes the second. So he goes for 10 points. It's a 7-point lead for Yokohama. Kai King passes to Clark. Frank's second foul, 41.9 seconds to go in the third quarter.
チームファウルは3つ目です。横浜ボール。Go, go, B-CORSAIRS!
Kai King, shot clock down to 6. Kai King with a spin, loses it. Matsuzaki picks it up and scores. Very alert play by Matsuzaki. It's his first basket of the day. He's got 3 points. He's made a free throw. Lead goes back to 9. Just about a second and a half differential in the game clock and shot clock. Ibaraki want to take this down to about 7. Now they need to go. Oh boy, intercepted it. And Matsuzaki goes down, and they have called an unsportsmanlike foul. Excuse me, it's Kenta Mori who went for the steal, who got it and was fouled. So Nakamura, what a sequence. Not only did they go up 9, they got 2 free throws and possession. They might wave this off because he could have been going for the ball there. Well, they keep the unsportsmanlike. Ooh. What in the world is going on with the free throw shooting for Yokohama? They are having just one of those weekends where they can't make one. Now 5 of 12, 6 of 13, but still below 50%. The lead is 10. And 6.7 seconds remain. Look at that, he's got 1,000 points. Kenta Mori, so remember that in his career. Oh boy, he turns it over. And that could have been disastrous. So in the end, They don't capitalize. They get 1 point to take it to a 57-47 lead at the end of 3.
第3クォーター、行ったり来たりするこの荒波、海賊たちはリードを持って第4クォーターまでこぎつけました。森井健太、改めて B1 個人通算1000得点達成、カングラチュレーション。そしてゴーゴービーコル、この声を送りましょう。ゴーゴービーコル。Thank you, Booster!
So Kentamori reaching 1,000 points in the B1. Great achievement for him. And he'll hope to celebrate that achievement with a win today. We're up 10. 10 minutes remaining. And really the only thing that counts is the W. It's a 1,000 point plateau. You celebrate that later in your career or maybe at the end of the season. Well, they have not been able to make a three-pointer today. Ibaraki Robots, 0 of 16. Sometimes that means they save it for the last quarter, and that they could get hot. You just never know. You just need one to go in, and all of a sudden, it's a different game. Komasawa chases it down the backcourt. Gets it over to Franks, who puts it up from deep, and finally, a three-pointer falls. Only had 2 points in the third quarter, Franks, after scoring 20 in the first half, and now he hits 3. And that is a shot across the bows. Sudo, been quiet today, puts it up and gets it right back, and that's a huge shot for Yokohama. You don't want any self-belief to creep into this Ibaraki team. Nakamura takes his time, misses another one. Komasawa not able to rebound it. Well, Nakamura 0 for 8 from three-point range. And are they going to challenge it? No, they're not. Ravena into Kotsar. Kentamori. Ravena. Sudo. Will it be 2 in a row for him? Oh, rattled out. Good possession, though. Komasawa drives in short and a chance to go quickly. Kentamori outside to Clark. Oh, that's big. 13-point lead. Biggest lead of the game now for Yokohama. Ravena dribbles in, goes up, and is fouled as he gets close to the rim.
チームファウル1つ目。正式交代茨城29番鶴巻啓太が入ります。Two shots.
Floyd been relatively quiet today. Well, Yokohama have struggled at the free throw line, just 6 of 13, but they've been great from three-point range, 11 of 22. Here's Ravena. Kiefer Ravena makes the first. That's his first free throw of the day. Ibaraki Robots trying to make Yokohama miss, those fans of Ibaraki. But Kiefer Ravena makes both as he tries to bring some respectability to that free throw shooting for his team. Nakamura, Suramaki, and they're going to keep it at this end. Okay, they're going to challenge it on Kiefer Ravena's urging. You don't want to finish the game without using your coach's challenge. It seems kind of like Lassie Toyovi is reluctant to use it because he's not entirely sure, because they awarded possession to Ibaraki, but Kiefer Ravena pretty insistent that it should be their basketball.
ボールポゼッションに関しての確認を IRS で行います。しばらくお待ちください。
He's absolutely right. That's going to be Yokohama basketball.
確認の結果、横浜ボールとなりました。ゲームクロックが7分51秒に戻されました。
Well, this thing is not done and dusted yet. You can come back in a game very quickly with a three-point shot. But they have really struggled today. They haven't shot it well. They've turned it over a lot. 16 turnovers in all, leading to 26 points for Yokohama. Gary Clark missing it from deep. Franks. High arcing shot. He's got 27. Kentamori, good pass out to Ravena. Oh, clanged off the back of the rim. And Yokohama get it with an easy turnover. It's going to lead to a fast break and another mistake for Ibaraki Robots. Can't get out of their own way right now with the turnovers. They've given up 28 points off their turnovers. The turnover leads to the pass to Ravena for the easy layup. So 8 points for Kiefer Ravena. No, now he's got 10, excuse me, and Kotsar has 3 assists to go with his 7 points and 7 rebounds. 17 points for Clark, 10 for Inglis, 10 for Ravena, 9 for King, and 7 for Kotsar to lead the way for Yokohama.
さあ開 桁得点をこれでマークです。
And for Ibaraki, 27 for Franks and 10 for Jacobson.
ダメな10得点。
Nakamura has not been able to get it going from three-point range. He has 6 points. Komasawa has 4. Hirao 3. Bobby Floyd turns it over. Ibaraki with just 9 wins, just 1 win better, 1 more win than Sendai. Clark, oh, nice little Euro step into the lane, but he misses the shot. And now quick into transition and going up and trying to at least get a foul. He doesn't get it. Komasawa turns it over. Here's Kiefer Ravena on the break. Front and back stays out. Now Franks crosses midcourt. And Kai King with the foul.
Number 23, King Kai. イリーガルユースオブハンズのファウル、個人4つ目、第4クォーターチームファウル1つ目。
Ooh, I tell you what, that could be an unsportsmanlike. Looking at that. You would like to have a challenge because he. Now Pseudo called for the foul.
ファウル横浜ラマサリ。須藤君也ハンドチェックのファウル、個人4つ目、チームファウル2つ目。
4 fouls on Pseudo. Oh, he banks it in.
ポイントショット。
Komasawa.
川隼人。
Wow. First three-pointer of the day. No, the second after Frank. Excuse me. That's 2. It comes via the backboard. Here's Kai King. Knocks it down. Well, say what you will about this Yokohama team and their free throw struggles, but where they're not struggling is from deep. They are knocking them down. You got 13 threes. Franks gets in, misses, and the ball goes off of Suramaki into the hands, and now you start to think, okay, let's take time off the clock every time down the floor. Well, maybe not. Clark able to get the long rebound, steps out of bounds, so 4:44 remaining.
オフィシャルタイムアウト。
You wonder how many wins Yokohama will get this season. And again, right now in the Central, they're 20 and 26. Might they have a chance to get to 500? They have just a handful of games left after this one, and the next test is going to be significant. 2 against Shimane, Susanoo Magic. And they've got Effie Nagoya, and they've got Akita Northern Happiness. It's not impossible. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they would sweep Shimane. They might get one off of them. That'll be the first time they play Shimane. So they got 2 against Shimane. Effie Nagoya, Akita, they got a couple. Then they got Kawasaki. Then they got Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, San and Neo Phoenix, Sunrocker Shibuya, and Effie Nagoya. Now, it's possible. Still plenty of games left. Regular season wrapping up on May 4th. Doesn't get any easier for Ibaraki. They got a couple against Gunma Crane Thunder, and they'll have perhaps a winnable game against Lavanga Hokkaido and also winnable games against Fighting Eagles Nagoya, and then one against Sendai. Jacobson, this is everything. And now you're definitely not in a rush. You know, take your time, take it up the court. Well, Kotsar, they call a blocking foul. Let's see if Kotsar can find some rhythm at the free throw line.
21番ジェイクブスケブロッキングファウル個人2つ目チームファウル2つ目シュートモーションへのファウルでした。ビシッツはいパス
So free throws coming from Mike Kotsar. I wonder if Lassie Tuovi is going to be asked about the free throw shooting after this game. I don't know what he can say other than that we practice them. We're just not making them. 8 of 16 at the stripe today. Kotsar has been the biggest culprit, and he misses another one. He's now 1 of 6 at the line. Franks, less than 4 minutes remaining. And I'll tell you what, that is the type of sequence that tells you why Ibaraki have 9 wins. They don't even get a shot off. Hisayoko comes back into the game. Tormaki goes out. Kotsar at the stripe. Well, pretty much the same distance as the free throw line. He'd be having a huge game today if he was making his free throws. Kotsar, 8 rebounds to go with his 9 points now. Ibaraki just could be standing on the beach and right by the water's edge and not be able to throw the ball into the water today from three-point range. It has been that bad. Kai King continues to contribute from the scoring. 14 for him. 19 points. Thing has really gotten out of hand in this fourth quarter. Matsuzaki with the push. Yokohama outscoring Ibaraki 17-8 in the fourth quarter. Oh. And Kitamori called for the foul on Nakamura. That's a tough call. I was just going to get on Mori for committing that foul. He didn't reach. It looked like he didn't go into his landing space, but Nakamura was able to kind of extend his leg and make contact, and the referee calls the foul. Well, he's had his struggles today, but Nakamura was able to go to the free throw line and knock him down. All three. Makes it a 16-point game. Ibaraki trying to make this scoreline look a little more respectable here at the finish. Inglis practices his little turnaround fade. He goes to 12 points. Oh, just out of control there. Turning it over. A whirly bird move with no recipient for the pass. Kai King again for three, that's all. So this game just kind of easing to an obvious conclusion, a win for Yokohama, leading by 18 points. Kai King goes out. Nana comes in. Daniel Don Nana averaging 0.8 points. Also some other subs coming in for the first time. Sugiyota coming in. Oba coming in. Asai coming in for Ibaraki. Well, anytime, if you're Yokohama, you got to really stress the positives here. You're going to win your third consecutive game. You're going to win your fourth out of your last 5 games, your 5th out of your last 7. I wouldn't say they've played great. They're going to have to be a little sharper. So Nakamura gets his 4th foul. He's going to go out of the game. Son comes in as well, number 24. That little runner, they're going to keep it, and Sugiyota missing it. Might put up another one. Nope, his pass telegraphed. Omosawa with the steal, and then he is fouled. 50.3 seconds remain. So free throws coming for Komasawa. Well, free throw shooting has definitely been better for Ibaraki Robots today, 14 of 17. But they're not even going to get to their average today. Remember, they came in as the lowest scoring team in the competition. 73.2 points per game. And they've only got 61. Right now, this Yokohama team right on their average of 76. 76 and a half, in fact, is what they average. So now they've got 78. So this will be the final possession, I would imagine, for Yokohama. Nana. And gets blocked. Good defense. Getting his hand straight up. Sun.
ショットクロック8秒。
Not interested in the three. You got to be ready to launch that one. And
ショットクロックバイオレーションです。
he ended up getting a shot that you didn't want to take and you weren't comfortable with.
2秒4リボンされます。
So Sasayama. And that's going to be it, folks. 2 wins this weekend for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS over the Ibaraki Robots. They win the second one today, 78-61. There's the quarter-by-quarter scoring. Ibaraki led at the end of the first quarter, but Yokohama B-CORSAIRS came back, took the halftime lead, and stayed on top the rest of the way. So I think we'll hear from Coach Lassie Tuovi, one of the players as well.
そして最後の最後までハードに戦い
Ibaraki said thank you to the fans for coming out today, both their own and those of the hosts, Yokohama.
そしてロボッツブースターの皆さんにも大きな拍手をお送りください。
So the next game's coming up next Saturday, and Yokohama, as we said, could be a test going up against Shimane. That'll be at home at least for them. And Gunma Crane Thunder will host Ibaraki. So a couple games against Gunma Crane. And just looking at those two teams where they are in the situation in the standings. So Shimane are second in the West at 29-17. And Gunma Crane Thunder 31-15, third in the East. Yuka Toila is assistant coach there from Finland also. Well, anytime you get a weekend sweep, everybody's going to be in a good mood. Oh, are they going to have Mike Kotsar go out and talk? Is that what that's about? He's going to have to do a little dance, I think. The man from Estonia is reserved, doesn't want to go out and shake a leg. He just wants to move on to the next subject. He doesn't want to talk about his dancing.
今日はメッセージをいただきたいと思います。
We're going to have Yuka Toila come out and
お
talk.
願いします。
こんにちは。ゆかです。 First of all, thank you for all, for this weekend.
まずブースターの皆さん、今週末改めまして応援本当にありがとうございました。
It's a really pleasure to play in front of you, and hopefully we can continue the same way home to the end of the season.
本当に皆さんの前でプレーできるということは光栄に思っていますし、まだまだホーム戦も続くので、もっともっと皆さんの前で頑張りたいと思います。
The reason why I'm speaking here today
今日
I was wondering about that.
の顔に喋ってる理由があるんですけど、
it's a special day
今日は特別な日で、
because my little sister is here for a trip.
フィンランドから妹が来てます。
Birthday trip.
で、誕生日で来てます。
So happy birthday one more time and nice to see you here.
妹にお誕生日おめでとうと言いたいです。
See you. こんにちは。ありがとうございます。
また会いましょう。ありがとうございました。
So I wonder where she is. I wonder if we'll get to look at her. I think now the cameras are desperately trying to find Toila's sister, his younger sister. There you go. You go, Toila. I'll tell you what, Yokohama are in a great mood after this win. Dancing.
ダッシュヘッドコーチお願いします。
こんにちは。Thank you for the support.
皆さんサポート本当にありがとうございます。
I think after these 6 games in 12 days,
この12日間の中で試合が6試合あります。
players don't want to hear my voice anymore.
正直に言いますと、多分選手たちはもう自分の声聞きたくないと思ってます。
So no more speak. ありがとうございます。
もうこれ以上言いません。ありがとうございました。
ダッシュクロビヘッドコーチありがとうございました。
それでは各賞の発表へと移ります。まずは
March 22nd until the 30th. In fact, March 19th until today. And that's quite a few games.
Number 8, Gary Clark. Gary Clark 選手には副賞として賞金が贈られます。
So the On Fire Award winner today, Gary Clark.
On Fire 賞 Gary Clark.
Gary Clark hitting 5 of 10 from three-point range. That was an easy one. Finished with 17 points to lead the team in scoring.
本日の和光産業プレゼンツ MIP 賞は No.エリー・森健太。
Kenta Mori comes out. Get some recognition as well.
CDA MVP 賞の発表です。
本日の CDA MVP 賞は No.8 Gary Clark。 ゲリー・クラーク選手には副賞として CDA 様より賞金
And also another honor taken by Gary Clark.
CDA MVP 賞 Gary Clark。
So we'll hear from Kenta Mori, the point guard.
輝きました森健太選手より一言いただきます。森選手、お願いします。
はい、
He's the captain.
今日も応援ありがとうございました。正直僕が今日 MIP はちょっとあれなんですけど、本当にみんなが、今日はリクも頑張ってましたし、出た選手みんなが、ハードにプレーするそんなチームが今の横浜 B コールセアーズなので、次は、また違うヒーローが、 現れると思うので、ぜひ、来週も、アリーナに来て、僕たちと一緒に戦ってほしいなと思います。今日はありがとうございました。
MIP 賞印象に残ったもちろん B1 個人通算1000得点達成おめでとうございます。森健太選手、学校産業プレゼンツ MIP 賞です。
それでは最後にオーファイヤー賞 CDA MVP 賞ダブル受賞となりましたゲイリー・クラーク選手より一言いただきます。お願いします。
Konnichiwa. Thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it. We stringing together our first 3 wins in a row. So we just want to keep going. I want to take a shout out to Kenta for scoring his 1,000 point today. So we just keep showing up for us. We really appreciate it. Arigatou gozaimasu.
皆さん、今週末も応援本当にありがとうございました。皆さんの応援に関しては本当に感謝しています。今日で、今シーズン、初めての3連勝ということで、皆さんの前で勝てたというのも本当に嬉しいですし、今日の試合に関しては、健太が今日1000得点取ってくれたので、健太のパフォーマンスもすごく良かったですし、これからももっともっとみんな頑張ってくれると思うので。
So Kenta Moore saying thank you. I didn't know that I was the MIP today. Today we were great. Please keep supporting us until the end of the season.
では選手スタッフの皆さん、この子に整列してください。
So the MIP, in case you're wondering, means maybe most impressionable player. Anyway, you know it's good. It's a positive. So that's what he's got. There's Keeper Ravena and Yokohama, and cognizant of the great support that they get, and they want their fans to keep coming back every week. It's a real thrill for these guys to be able to play in front of loud, supportive arenas, and they want to make sure that their fans know how important they are to them. And now Gary Clark gets the honor of riding on the camera lens. Well, when things started today, we figured that Yokohama would, just by virtue of the record and the fact that they won yesterday, would be the team that would be favored. But Robert Franks made things interesting early on, really providing some scoring. He had 20 points in the first half. And Jacobson coming into the game off the bench and bringing a little bit of impetus for this Ibaraki Robots team. Kotsar was active early on. Offensive rebounds lead to extra opportunities. And we saw that play out. They had 9 second chance points. They had 30 points off the turnovers, including these two. 22 turnovers for Ibaraki Robots, just too much. Look at this behind the back. 2 behind the back passes on 1 play. Gotta love that. Frank's getting in there for the bucket. And here he was, getting the dunk. He was 13 of 18 from the floor. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range, but he also had 13 rebounds. His assist-to-turnover ratio wasn't good, however. It was 1 assist and 6 turnovers. Kai King really came out and played well today. Coming off the bench, almost 20 minutes, he had 14 points. I mean, plays some D. Gary Clark was the guy that really knocked down the threes. He hit 5 for Yokohama. Matt Sasaki was kind of the enforcer today, seeing him with that swat right there. He was very physical on defense, also on the boards. Gary Clark overall 6 of 13 from the floor. And he had a couple of blocks. Kiefer Avena, another solid performance by the Philippines international. 5 assists to go with his 10 points. Jacobson ended up with 10 points, 6 rebounds. Had a block. So 7 of his 27 points came in the second half, Franks. I thought he would get to 30. Gary Clark has been in some good form. Just look back and see his numbers. Again, he came in averaging 15.5 points per game. And in his previous 5, he'd had 16 yesterday against Osaka. He had 24. He had 20 against Saga Ballooners. He only played he played in that one game. Alvark Tokyo, he only had 4 points. He had 22 against Seahorses Mukawa. And Yokohama all smiles as they get the win. So those are the final tallies. Ibaraki actually had 3 more makes inside the arc, but the difference in three-point shooting was dramatic. 10 more makes. There were 12 of 28 from three-point range, Yokohama, compared to 2 of 21 for Ibaraki Robots. And just a really poor effort at the free throw line for Yokohama over the weekend. Another 8 of 17 effort today, but they were able to overcome it. 15 of 18 for Ibaraki. And Ibaraki actually ended up out rebounding Yokohama 36 to 34. 30 points off turnovers for the winners, 19 points off turnovers for Ibaraki. 28 points in the paint for Yokohama and 32 for Ibaraki. 15 fast break points for the visitors and for the host. 27 points for Franks, led all scores in a losing effort. He also had 13 rebounds, 5 assists for Hisaoka, the point guard. That was a team high. And Kiefer Ravane also had 5 assists. Kotsar had 8 rebounds, and Gary Clark led the way in scoring with his 17 points. So key players. And, well, Nakamura ended up with 10 points, but it was a tough shooting day for him. 2 of 11 from the floor, 0 of 8 from three-point range. Gary Clark, a more complete game, and obviously from a scoring standpoint, much better. So again, some of the games coming up. Yokohama, top left there, will be at home next week against Shimane. So that should be a real challenge for this Yokohama B-CORSAIRS team going up against a team right now that's in the playoff positions. Ibaraki will be on the road to Gunma, Crane Thunder. So one final time, 78-61, Yokohama B-CORSAIRS win it over Ibaraki Robots. And that is it for this broadcast here in the B-League. As once again, Yokohama getting their 21st win of the season. Thanks for watching, everybody.